Hello, welcome. This is the 6 yard box. You're welcome. This is all about 19 minutes, and the final scores is Tottenham 1, Newcastle 2. Gonna go through the lineups for Tottenham. In goal, you got Vicario right back. You have RP Gray, Dragusin. You have Van der Ven, Spence, Gallagher. Um, um, Bissouma and Pepe Matasar in that midfield. You had Wilson Odegaard, Solanke, and Jarvis Simmons playing in a 4-3-3 for Tottenham. And this one was painful to watch, man. This one was it was bad. This one was bad, to be honest. I sat down to watch that game, and from the very first minute, it was just you can tell, man. The players are not playing for this guy. The players are not playing for him. If I was a manager and I was watching that game today, I will just resign. If I was if I was the manager and I was on the bench, I would resign. To be honest, because the first half, the players they were just walking around the pitch. Newcastle was pressure after pressure after pressure. It's like we just sat back, waiting to be destroyed by Newcastle. And they had a couple of chances, and I pity the fans for sitting through that because even I was watching it from home, and my stomach was churning. To be honest, I just felt really pissed off. I felt really pissed off just watching that. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was just really bad football. It was just there was no pressure on the ball. They were just sitting back, and you can tell some of the players were not giving everything. And once you have that, you got a big problem because you want the whole squad to be fighting, which I couldn't even see that. You can't see that. Newcastle got their goal, and after 45 minutes extra time, injury time, they got their goal, and it was just a poor goal. It was a poor goal to concede. The reaction time, you can tell when players are running and busting their guts to defend, to block the ball or to run, but we were just not there, man. And that was scary, man. That was bad. They scored the goal, and we went in at half time. They had a goal before that, which well, what's his name scored? I think it was um let's go the goal. Yeah, I think it was Willock scored that goal for Newcastle. It was ruled offside, and we had that. That's saving grace, but we just didn't do anything really. We just like sometimes in the game you play the game and then you go through a bad spell and then you pick it up again. It was just like waiting, defense versus attack, and they got that goal. Once they got the goal, it was I just had that feeling that there's something not right. You can tell. Second half started. Newcastle picked it up from the first half. There was no intensity from Tottenham. They just sat back. They're turning the ball over. They were not even making two, three passes. It was just bad after bad after bad. It was just like giving the giving them the ball. We couldn't get the ball in transitions. The ball just goes to Newcastle, comes back. We sat back. Players were not closing down as well. And then we got a goal from a corner. Ball deflected everywhere, and Archie played, scored the goal. He was um, he was one of the players that played well, to be honest. And after that, I don't know what to put it down to be honest. It was just really bad. It was really bad after that, and we just kept on. We just kept on just kept on turning the ball over, and yeah, it was really frustrating watching that today, man. My stomach was turning. I don't know. I couldn't watch it. Just really painful. It was like, when you go to the dentist or something. That's what it felt like. Cause I just felt really. My inside was just turning. I just felt really bad. And yeah, so it was 1-1, and then didn't really, we never looked like scoring. We never looked. There was no patterns of play. There was no sustained pressure like we had against Newcastle, against Man City in the second half. And then they scored a goal just a couple of minutes after we scored. Uh, Ramsey just poked the ball in from the edge of the box, and it was 2-1. And then from then on, it was just rubbish. And you know, for me, like if anybody thinks that those players are playing for that manager, then I don't know what they're smoking, to be honest, because they are not. Some of them are just playing because they have to play, they have to run a little bit, or they are pretending to play for the manager, but they are not. They are not playing for that manager. So maybe one or two might be, but I don't think they're all playing for that manager. And that is what the board needs to find out. Yeah, call a couple of the players into the dressing room and find out, into the office or whatever, and find out what's going on. That needs to be done quickly, because this manager, the players are not. I get it. Frank is a good manager, because we saw that Brentford, but for Tottenham, it's not the one. It's not the answer. So um, after the goal, we tried to just even watching the players, you can see the way they're playing. Sometimes they're taking shots, they're not getting passes right. They're picking the wrong options. There's a sign of desperation there, or like you don't really care. You're not sure. So yeah, and yeah, the game ended 2-1. Newcastle defended when they had to, pressed the ball when they had to, and for me, I've never wanted a manager gone, but for me, I think it's time for him to go, man, to be honest. I'll be surprised if he's there in the morning, but, apparently he did a press conference and he said he's going to be here in the for the Arsenal game, which is in 12 days' time. So we've got this week, and then we've got the whole of next week as well to prepare for the Arsenal game. So I don't know. I don't really care what they brought, what they do, to be honest. I don't think we're going to be relegated. That's just right. I got that feeling that we're not going to be relegated, but the feeling of just despair, rubbish. You're watching a team last season that won Europa League, despite the fact that we didn't do well in the Premier League, but they threw all that away for this. And to all those that think, because I remember last season I fell out with a couple of people, a couple of people on YouTube about when I was talking about Hanja, and I tried to defend Hanja and say, this manager, needs backing, needs to be able to get this team playing what he wants to do, and we did that. And the second season, when he needed proper backing, we got him Archie Gray, we got him Odebat, we got him Sholanke. In a season where we're supposed to be going for playing in the Champions League, sorry, in a season we're supposed to play in the Europa League, which is, it's not a difficult competition, but we needed to backhand properly last season. And then we had injuries, loads of injuries. We sacrificed the league for the cup. We won the cup, and you get some fans saying, yeah, we won the cup, but the cup is not the bread and butter. The league is the bread and butter. And I'm looking at this people, I'm thinking, Tottenham fan, you're saying you're turning your nose up at a cup, Tottenham fan, and they don't understand it's not only the cup that the trophy or whatever you win. It's the bond it builds between people. It builds a lot of bonds and trust between people. You have something in common, you know, and everybody believe in what the manager is trying to do. So, so, so now we deserve everything we're getting now. You know, we deserve it. I personally, I'm just, I feel, I feel, I feel okay in a way because I was never, I was always against sacking the last manager. So in that way, I feel okay because you know you can tell from a mile away that it was the wrong decision. You can't sack a manager that's just won you a trophy that you've not won in 17 years. You just got rid of him. So and then all that, everything they said Frank was going to do in terms of it's adaptable, plays different systems, you know, and he's a bit pragmatic. Defensively, will be solid. Yes, we are solid earlier on in the season, but are we solid now? No. So, but for me, the main thing I saw today was this is the first time I'm going to see that today. I don't think the players are playing for him today. For today, especially, and you can't have situations whereby one week the players will run around for you, then the following week they'll down tool. So for me, yeah, just gotta get it. Who they're gonna bring in, I don't know, and I'm not really gonna bother myself. That's their job. That's what they're paid to do. So yeah, they should make the better decision. I bet now they'll be shaking in their boots now, thinking, oh, are we gonna be relegated? Because they wouldn't want that to happen. Because who are they gonna sell the club to when if the club goes into the championship? But I don't think we'll be relegated. But the football and the results, they're just rubbish, to be honest. And it's really painful to watch. I've never felt like not watching my team. I've never had that feeling before until today. And it's crazy. It's crazy, but it is what it is, man. 12 days time. Go to Arsenal. Hopefully, we'll see what happens in those 12 days. But yeah, I'm gonna go off to bed, man. So thank you for watching, everyone. I'm gonna do some stuff on Tottenham just to go through the Tottenham and what's going on and solutions. Because that's what I like. I like to find solutions stuff. Um, all this is gonna pass at some point, So um, don't be down. Don't be too hard on yourself in terms of thinking about Tottenham. Make sure you take care of yourself. Valentine's Day this weekend. Take the missus out. Go and enjoy. Forget about Tottenham for 12 days and we'll come back in 12 days time to face Arsenal. And yeah, that's it really. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is the 6 Yard Box, and I'll see you very, very soon.